Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you were in. This is the Big Girl Diary. I got a good one for you today. I have an interview from Evan Rachel Wood. No, I'm not interviewing her personally, but I'm going to respond to her interview. But I got you. Now, this interview is on a talk, so fair use some more, and fair use some more, and a little bit more. Now, as I critique this, I'm going to look at it objectively. I have a son and a daughter. I have brothers and sisters. I have a brother and sisters, and a mother. My father passed. So I would not want anyone doing what Evan Rachel Wood claims that was done to her. However, I wouldn't want anyone to do what Evan Rachel Wood claims that was done to her, that Marilyn Manson is going through, if it's not true. And I'm going to get into that after the interview. But before I go any further, likes are for free. You can like, boop, free, very little energy. You could also subscribe, boop, because I think my content is pretty good. I'm pretty sure you like it. Yeah, you do. I'm so silly. All right, here it is. Oh, fair use, and fair use some more.
Earth at the hands of controversial rock star Marilyn Manson. And her new documentary, Phoenix Rising, has even prompted a lawsuit from him. But she says she's telling her story for the many abuse victims who are not being heard.
I was having some technical difficulties, so when you saw me looking down, the screen froze, but everything else was fine, so I was okay with that. I did find some information on Marilyn Manson, but I was having still more technical difficulties. So the lawsuit has been filed, and it's a long affidavit. And let me see. I'm not a big fan of either, but I want to see justice done. Now, Marilyn Manson has a lot out there, and Evan Rachel Wood, she has a lot to prove. So she made a lot of accusations out there, and she's going to have to be able to prove everything what she said. And if she can't, then that's defaming someone, and she said some really defaming things. But one thing I wanted to really pay attention to point out was that it was interesting how she focused on the statute of limitations. She had years to come and file charges, and yes, women or men are afraid to say something or to even file charges. But in Evan Rachel Wood's case, if you were to really look at it, they broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together. When she broke up with him, they were apart for like almost a year. And anytime she could have done something, and she didn't. And what is making me feel a little suspicious is that now that Marilyn Manson was engaged and got married, what was it, 2 years ago? That's when all of this came up. And I find that sneaky and suspicious indeed. Also, when she said that he groomed her and brainwashed her, if you go back and look, she was with a married man, and everyone knows right from wrong. You know, if a man is married and you go after him anyway, then there's something wrong with your moral compass. There's something broken there. And that really has to be looked at. She was another half that broke up the marriage. Now, Marilyn took the bait. Evan walked right into it and had no issues at all with severing that marriage, or at least having a hand into it. And his ex-wife was very graceful, which she did not have to be. And she's such a classy lady that she just walked out and said, "Okay, Marilyn, if that's what you want, you can have it, and goodbye." Like I said in a previous video, sometimes young grass just isn't worth giving up the older grass. You just stick where you are. I know if Marilyn looked back, he would have stayed with Ditta. He would have worked it out and stopped being so emotional and silly. But in that movie, the documentary, The Phoenix Rising, her brother said something very key that was big out of everything. He said that his sister had a hard time distinguishing between what's real and what is real and what is fake. She couldn't, make that distinction. That is powerful right there in itself. And that's making me look at her sideways like, if you are so much into what you do, into character, and you can't come out of character and be yourself, be who you are, then the brainwashing may be from you not being able to come out of character, and it had nothing to do with Marilyn Manson. Maybe Marilyn didn't know that he wasn't really with Evan, but he was with a character and not Evan. I mean, there's a lot of things that she said that, to me, it just didn't sit well with me. But that's me. What do you think? On that note, please like, subscribe. If you think I'm missing something, tell me. What am I missing? If you think I could have gone farther, tell me. But push those likes. Likes are for free. Subscribe. Help a sister out. I'm trying hard to get to 1,000. Most of all, I want to thank all of you for stopping by.